Welcome back, I'm back, and I've got Siren next to me here. Yeah, you keep trying to munch on things. At least I got you the food you like now. But, yeah, so tonight we're going to be... It's the beginning of the end of DLCember for 2020. This week we're going to be working on Sid Meier's Alien Crossfire. It's a bit of DLC for the Alpha Centauri, which came out between Civilization 2 and Civilization 3. So it's got the same kind of isometric viewpoint to it, but I love some of the stuff that they added to this game. Like, this is where borders started to be a thing, where you could actually keep people out of your territory. Which, God, I always hated that in Civ 1 and Civ 2. But, lots of other stuff. We'll get into it. Unfortunately, I'm not able to play the, oh, you know what? Let me see if I can pull off playing the, intro cinematic in a, clever way here. Because originally it wasn't doing it because it was, like, going to a, 640 by 480 resolution, and the capture device did not like that. Now it looks like it's in a proprietary video file. Oh well. But yeah, so we'll have to skip the intro video, but the rest of it not only works, but there's a widescreen patch, so that's fun. Before we dive into it, though, this is one I've not been looking forward to. And it's, you know, we had Christmas just on Friday. We've got New Year's Eve coming up, so I figured I'd do the holiday thing right in between. One of my favorite sides for a Christmas dinner is corn. So we have sweet corn flavored soda. I don't know if this is going to end up putting me off of corn or not, but I had to try something weird. Tomorrow and Tuesday are probably going to be pretty tasty, but yeah, this is probably not going to be. So let's crack this open. Okay, 10 out of 10 for smell accuracy. This does smell like, you know, a nice little serving of sweet corn on your plate. Okay, you know what? That's actually pretty good. Now, it's not something that I'm going to, like, thoroughly enjoy, but they nailed the flavor. It almost tastes a little bit close to, like, a popcorn type of thing, but, yeah, it does taste like corn. Huh. And it'll probably digest better than normal corn, too. So, alright, pleasant surprise there. But, this controller can go to the side. We're not using a controller tonight, we are using a mouse and keyboard. There we go. Sid Meier's Alien Crossfire. So, I'm not quite sure whether I should have my laptop on my lap or whether I'm going to be fine just having it off to the side. We'll find out over the course of the night. I was actually kind of thinking of using a wireless keyboard and mouse with my old streaming laptop. That should be more than capable of handling this, but I didn't get that set up. I might try it after tonight, though, because that would be kind of nice. And it's already wired into my entertainment center. But, alright. Let's start game. We'll go map random. Make random map. Standard planet size. I'm going to take the lowest difficulty level. I love these games, but the difficulty ramps up really, really fast. Play with standard. Well, what rules can we customize? Okay. I like taking out victory by conquest, but that might be the easiest thing to do, so we'll leave that in for now. Do or die, don't restart eliminated players. That's fun. Yeah, let's do that. Flexible starting locations? Nah. No, we don't want tech stagnation. Steal tech when you conquer a base? Sure. Blind research. Cannot set precise research goals. I don't like that, that thought. Opponents more aggressive? No. World map not visible. Now here's the fun part. In Alien Crossfire, if you play as one of the alien races, you do have the world map visible. So, it doesn't matter either way. No random events. Accelerated start. No. 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 Okay. Choose your faction. So, we are going to be one of these ugly mofos because... So, now all 7 of these are new to Alien Crossfire. Let me see. Do we have... Ah, here we go. So, yeah, you've got the... basically, cyberpunk group. They're trying to be one with the algorithm. You've got a pirate group. They're kind of interesting because they start with a sea colony, and so you can start right off roaming the seas. If I have the opportunity, I am going to keep them out of my game. Free drones, they're more of a working class group. Hacker group. Religious cult, kind of based on on ecological unity, for lack of a better way of putting it. And then you have the caretakers and the usurpers that are the 2 alien factions. I kind of like the caretaker idea here. Oh, and they can direct research efforts anyway. Huh, funny. Okay. So we're going to go with the manifold caretakers.
City flowering. Horrors visited upon neighboring systems must never be repeated. Therefore, if it means the end of our evolution as a species, so be it. Caretaker Lula Mini. Sacrifice. Life.
Interesting voice and manner of speech. We'll go with Mni. The disastrous space battle above the skies of planet has ended, and the shattered remnants of your flagship are preparing to land on the surface. Your only comfort is that the usurper vessel was destroyed as well. but you can look forward to facing your nemesis somewhere in the vastness of planet. You now shape the destiny of your caretaker faction, which has just made planetfall! I don't know how easy this is going to be to read. I tried to put it down to 720p, and it did not like that, so... Oh, wow. Okay, well, I'm not completely screwed. I can move over this little isthmus, but... Let's see here. So, do we want better armor, better motion? I'm kind of tempted to go with planetary networks, but let's go with the armor first. We've got kind of a good area here. What units do we have? Battle Ogre. And, oh, an extra colony pod. Nice. Okay. So, where on the map am I? Oh, over there. Okay. Good. Well, at least I'm attached to a fairly decent-sized continent. And it didn't give me the option to choose the other races, so that's not good. Yeah, that's wearing out its welcome. One sip was good enough. The entire bottle? Too much. But again, I was expecting something like, you know, nowhere near the actual taste of corn, so... Okay, so we've got... Oh, you know what? It's a good thing I am using the keyboard for my new laptop, because it's got a number pad. Let's go this way. Oops. Okay, that's a noise. Select destination. No, that's not what I wanted to do. I want to go, like, somewhere around here, I think. There we go. Move unit here. You explore that. Oh, cool! We've recovered a crude robot pod left here by the intruding humans. It contains a Unity rover in working condition. Cool. Extra unit. So let's go... No. I'm trying to right click. There we go. Move unit here. You, I think I want to explore... yes. Yes, please.
Mineral resources.
This is not a human robot pod at all, but a library nodule artifact left by the first expedition. We should take it to base containing a network node for download. Okay. We can just move up here. Ah, formers. Good. Let's see here. I could have sworn... let's see here. Menu. It's been a long time since I've played this game. Ah, here we go. Because I think there's a way to have it automatically do its thing, but no. Okay. You, however, I did see something in the menu for explore automatically. Alien artifact. You go back to base.
Resources exist to be consumed, and consumed they will be. If not by this generation, then by some future. By what right does this forgotten future seek to deny us our birthright? None, I say. Let us take what is ours, chew and eat our fill. CEO Nwabude K. Morgan, The Ethics of Greed.
Interesting. All right, so we got the synth metal armor. That's good. Let's go with speeders next. Solar collectors? Sure. And I hope this is our border.
Indigenous life forms.
Uh-oh. Isn't there... I thought that we had... resonance. Let's see here. Help. Factions. Manifold caretakers. Okay. +1 planet. Understand workings of planet. Okay, resonance is just being able to see farther. I thought we could potentially... Oh, spore launcher captured. Well, that's actually what I was thinking. Cool. So we were able to capture that unit. You, I think, are going to go to defend our city. Action. No. It's the alien artifact. Do we not have a network node here? I thought we automatically got a network node. Okay. Build. Oh, that's not. Come on. This is just setting the governor. We already have that. Want to build stuff. Ah, here we go. Change. Perfect. All right. Gotta build a network node. And then we'll do... Yeah, let's do another colony pod at that point. Then we'll do a weather paradigm. See how that goes. Okay. So we don't have a network node there yet, but we will in a few turns. So let's just have this on alert. Oh, nope, that is another border. Dang it. Well, then...
Invalid base site.
Oh. This should still be far enough away from our other city. Cool. Okay, yeah, let's build that defensive unit there. And do formers, colony pod, and we'll say a merchant exchange. There's not a lot for us to build quite yet, so... Upgrade station monolith. Yeah, let's go ahead. Let's enhance our unit to larval mass. Yep, that's what I was planning to do.
Once a man has changed the relationship between himself and his environment, he cannot return to the blissful ignorance he left. Motion of necessity involves a change in perspective. Commissioner Previn Lal, A Social History of Planet.
One other thing I want to say about this soda is it doesn't taste greasy at all. You might think that with a corn taste, but it does not. Okay, so this is another thing that that was really great about Alpha Centauri. You don't build like static units. You build you construct units from the parts that you've researched. So you know, we can add a colony module to a rover, and now we've got a faster colony rover. As we discover more... Ooh, we start with resonance armor. Nice. Oh yeah, resonance armor is stronger against like mind worms, stuff like that, which are the barbarians of this game. No special abilities yet. Okay, so I don't want to construct anything right now, but this is one of the things that I absolutely loved about this game. Ooh. It's tempting to start making some colonies out on the water too, but let's research lasers.
Nutrient resources. Nutrient resources.
Aw, man.
Nutrient resources. Nutrient resources.
Man, we are finding tons of these things. Okay, great. 75 energy credits.
Terraform.
Energy credits are the money in this game.
Nutrient resources.
Alright, time to leave our territory here. Ah, interlude from the Book of Planet, mission year 2116. The field tanks resonate with spectral pictures of the alien intruders captured during that first encounter. If you squinted, you might mistake them for progenitor younglings, but with diseased, shrunken heads. They look like the entertainment story conjurations of primitive tribal feeders in the dark parts of the homeworld. They look disgusting. Their primitive nature is nowhere so apparent as in their inability to communicate. They can make noise, but they cannot alter it properly. This is bad because you have no idea how soon... Let's see here. How on the 6 manifolds they got here. And you'd desperately like to know. Tell me your theories, you alter. The steady resonant hum of the room hangs empty for several circulatory pulses. Then the junior stochastic resonates. They are a creation of the manifold, she vibrates hesitantly. There is gentle scoffing. You try to be more gentle. No, Kanea, this cannot be, you alter. Their biology is DNA incompatible. They must be from off-world. There's a general alteration of assent. But how can a race sophisticated enough to traverse the stars be in such a primitive state? Resonates the general. There is more empty humming. Then Kanaya, undaunted, speaks again. Perhaps they suffered a fate similar to ours. After all, look at the state we're in. The pain of that is incontrovertible. And somewhere out there are the hated usurpers. You wonder if you can make these off-worlders your allies before the enemy does. Your first task, then, is to learn how their minds work so you can communicate with them. You wonder how difficult it could be to think like an alien. That's another fun thing about this, is they actually have, like, storyline to the game. No. Cancel action. I don't want to... I didn't realize that was a... that wasn't something that Planet generated. And like in every other Civ game, you cannot move to adjacent squares. So, there we go. Planting forests. Okay. How do we do that? Action. Or is it under terraform? Plant forest. There we go.
Scientific theories are judged by the coherence they lend to our natural experience and the simplicity with which they do so. The grand principle of the heavens balances on the razor's edge of truth. Commissioner Pravin Lal, A History of Science.
I just love these quotes. They're wonderful bits, and they're really well voice acted. We don't need to see the better units quite yet. Alright, what do we want? What do we want? What do we want? We already have armor that's rated at level 3, so we can hold back on that. Let's go with the Flexibility Doctrine. Yep, that's exactly what I was planning to do. You hold this position. Perfect.
Mineral resources.
It's provided sufficient minerals for us to finish building the formers next turn. Cool. Let's do...
Production
There we go.
complete.
Automatic exploration. We found remnants of the Unity Command Bridge. Apparently the ship's computer tracked the landing sites of several escape pods, which means now we get to see where everybody landed. Cool. Okay. That's good to know. So the pirates are way over there. Well, not way over there. That's actually pretty close. There are the free drones. Okay. So who do we have here? Why is this yellow? I don't see another group there. Maybe we don't get to see all of the pods? Okay, let's see if we can, What? Oh, are those the other, aliens? Probably. Okay, let's talk to Aki. Oh, interesting! Okay, we can't talk to these primitive creatures until we learn social psych, or they discover progenitor psych. Cool. Okay, yep, these are the other aliens. So... There is nothing for that but total obliteration. You have located an upgrade station monolith. Another one? Sure. Oh, okay. So we want to farm here? Okay.
Complete.
This is not a human robot pod at all, but a library nodule artifact. Okay. So we just need to send that back to Decision Manifold. You, I think I want you to go to this upgrade monolith. And you can head down this way. Yay, the Book of Planet. Yes, they are here. All assembled in the room expected this news, yet it sends a ripple of alteration through the room as though you had announced the death of the entire Council of Overlords. Secretly, you and everyone else here had been hoping that the hated usurpers died upon planetary entry. Now you know this is not the case. This changes nothing. Smoothly you alter the entire hum of the conversation to lend emphasis to your meaning. The plan goes forward as we agreed. The usurpers must die, and we must continue our quest to contact the homeworld, that Manifold 6 may remain pristine. Are we committed to the death of one or the other of us? Many on the council look uncomfortable, their eyes blinking rapidly. You can understand their feelings. The caretaker cause is dedicated to peace and the status quo. This destructive posture is not in keeping with your stated goals. Finally, Kalamota articulates what the others are obviously thinking. Can we not try once more to reach an accord with the usurper leader, Mar? In such a dire circumstance, even he might see the wisdom of cooperation. I'm sorry, my friends, you alter sharply, expressing your regret and displeasure at the same time. Think of the usurper cause. They wish to gain transcendence with Manifold 6. We know what happened at Tau Ceti when the flowering was allowed to occur. Destruction. Death. You see the fear on all faces, their mandibles drawn tight into their mouths. We all know this, including the usurper Mar, you continue, and yet they continue on their quest for transcendence. We cannot understand this. They move inexorably toward death. We have asked, begged, fought, and died to prevent this, and still they come. Surely a small thing such as this shipwreck will not alter their plan. No, my friends, we must be firm in our resolve. Death or freedom for Manifold 6. Do you agree? Your words are altered one by each member of the council. They all assent. What the hell just happened? We come to you in one of your vehicles. Okay.
Indigenous life forms.
Okay, well, I can't move anywhere then. Oh, another interlude. The reports of attacks and deaths are quite disturbing. How can this be, you alter, turning on the xenobiologist? None of our records show such hostility from the native life forms in the era of the beginnings of the experiment. The current records do not lie, though, she counters. The mindworms and spore launchers are definitely out to kill us. In the past... The hum of the thought hangs for a while, and you prompt gently, in the past? Yes, leader. The biologist seems very unhappy. In the past, we were the gardeners. We were here only to tend and then to leave. Now we are here to live. Manifold 6, the whole planet, doesn't like that. It cares not for our politics. It just doesn't like us being here. You realize the implications, you alter, feeling but not showing a touch of fear. We are at the mercy of an entire world. It is not intelligent enough to negotiate with. It will simply try to kill us. Yes, leader, the biologist alters. And truly, there is nothing whatsoever you can do that you are not already doing. You put the problem from your brain and stride from the room. Okay, let's start moving that back toward decision manifold. Yay! Scout patrol unit leveled up. Good, good. Okay, here we've got xenofungus. What can we do here? Remove fungus, construct sensor array. That won't help very much. Don't need to build a road here. Oh, here we go. Automatic stuff. Good. Auto-improve home base. Let's do that.
Terraform.
Oops.
Complete.
Crap.
He held his arm too stiffly, and so was thrown back repeatedly, until at last I seized his forearm and snapped it back against itself. His training suffered while the arm healed, of course, but I felt this was a lesson he must learn early, and well. Spartan Kell, honing the key.
That was definitely an interesting flavor of soda. We have obtained technologies which will allow us to design better units. No, not quite yet. Okay, so we're top in tech and military. We're not top in population or wealth. Top overall and top in tech in territory. Good. Okay, so social psych. There we go. That's what we need to be able to communicate with the humans. Okay. Close. And auto-improve home base.
Project initiated.
Excellent. Well, we can't move anywhere, so... Good. Oops. Well, that's not a bad idea. Let's put it here. Okay.
Indigenous life forms.
Dang it. There. that was hilarious. Okay. Zoom to base control. Okay, working on the colony pod and then the weather paradigm. Well, actually, let's switch to something else here. Yeah, let's do a sea colony pod. Pressure dome and aqua farm would be good ideas too. Then we really should build weather paradigm. And worlds within worlds, what are you working on? Merchant exchange? How about you work on the Human Genome Project? And actually, no, let's do a colony pod first. I tend to be very expansionistic in this type of game, so Yeah, let's go ahead and do network node. Whoops. No. Delete. There we go. Network node. Pressure dome. There we go. Let's just delete this, do the network node and the pressure dome, and then go on to the Human Genome Project. Okay. Now we should be fine just moving that automatically. Oh, speaking of which, now we've got the network node. Activate unit. Okay. How can we... let's see here. Action. Aw, I guess I lost my chance. Alright, well, we'll move this down here then. Action. Okay, I'm gonna move this out and back in and see if that helps. Whoops. Hey! There we go. Data tech researchers have discovered secrets of the human brain. The discovery has stimulated a burst of data tech research. Cool. Haha, that's tempting. It really is. Depending on how well defended they are. Alright, link it to our network node.
If our society seems more
Cool.
realistic than that of previous eras, perhaps this is simply a sign of our maturity as a sentient species. As our collective consciousness expands beyond a crucial point, we are at last ready to accept life's fundamental truth, that life's only purpose is life itself. Chairman Shen Jiyang, looking God in the eye.
No, not at the moment. Uh-oh. Conqueror Mar has a better military than we do, but we haven't really been focusing on that, so I'm not too upset about that. We are top in wealth and in everything else other than military. So, if we ever find him, we can kind of start a pretty solid vendetta. You know, I'm kind of tempted to start wrecking these human places. At least the ones that are near me. No, cancel action for now. We can talk to them now. Wait, I thought we did. I guess not.
If you can discover a better
There we
way of
go.
life than office holding for your future rulers, a well-governed city becomes a possibility. For only in such a state will those rule who are truly rich, not in gold, but in the wealth that makes happiness, a good and wise life.
Dang, and that was from Plato.
Datalinks.
That's not a bad idea. There we go. Look carefully. The biologist alters so softly you can barely distinguish the change. Watch what it does. You find that difficult. The captured human is as ugly as a new hatchling, but without the pleasing sliminess. You force yourself to observe, however, for observation and understanding are one of the keys to survival on Manifold 6. The human has been starved for several days. Now food is placed at the top of the room, hanging from a hook. Several boxes have been scattered about the room as well. Presumably it will build some sort of tower to gain access to the food. What will this prove? You alter, bored. Watch, watch! The biologist alters excitedly. The human looks around the room for a while, then sits motionless. It makes sound waves with its breathing apparatus. It sits and stares about the room. Is it stupid? You alter. No, alters the biologist triumphantly. It's defiant. The sound waves are its language. It's saying something along the lines of, "Put a spore flower up your chlo. I'm not eating for your entertainment." It knows we're watching it. So the human would rather starve than be treated like a lab animal, eh? Interesting. Very interesting. You're not sure whether this is very, very good or very, very dangerous. Learn its language immediately, you snap. We must communicate as soon as possible. Okay. Let's go with the particle impactor. Now, let's see here. Where are... Yeah, HQ, social engineering. There we go. So... instead of stuff like democracy, republic, that kind of thing in civilization, you have social engineering, bits of how your politics work, how your economics work. So here, if we switch to planned economics, our efficiency goes down by 2, but our growth and industry go up. Which might be worthwhile for now. So let's give that a shot. Net income 4, breakthroughs in 12 turns. Breakthroughs in 10 turns if I don't do that. Alright, well, we'll stick with that for now. Economy in labs and psych, that's basically money, or, taxes, science, and happiness. So... okay, yep, there we go. Ecological safeguards can capture native life forms. We started out with that, so... okay, now we should be able to chat. There we go. Ah, guardian to me, the insightful. It is ever a pleasure to match wits with you. I, prime function Aki Zeta 5 of the consciousness, am at your service. So I hear you've been in touch with Chadon. Just between us, I find his self-righteous minions a bit creepy, but so far we've been able to cooperate and he has not tried to interfere in my affairs. Speaking of which, I have a nice map of cultist territory, which I'd be happy to exchange for your information on Doctrine Flexibility. No. I never like giving away technology in these games. And that's not a worthwhile map. I must caution you that my engineers have completed an advanced recon rover prototype. The first units are entering service now, rendering my forces practically invincible. No, I'm not going to give you Doctrine Flexibility. Okay. Treaty of Friendship? Sure. Geometric power preferable. Arithmetic power treaty. Excellent idea. Sure, we'll go with that for now. Excellent. Okay. Our treaty opens the door for trade and commerce. Each of our bases, if it's large enough, may now begin receiving bonus energy generated by trade. Cool. We can increase our commerce bonuses by signing more treaties with other human factions, by making pacts and researching more economic technologies. Treaties and pacts with progenitor factions have no effect on commerce. Well, yeah. Yeah, we're finished for now. Ah, okay. That's fine. I'll try to move it out of their territory as soon as possible. Ah, good. New colony pod. Alright. This one, I think I want to move up here. We'll say right here. Explore cactus. Hey there, Mr. 6507. Tonight's soda was sweet corn. It was surprisingly accurate. Like, I was pleasantly surprised. It was a little too much to drink the entire bottle. One sip made its point. But it smelled and tasted like corn. Like you're eating corn. It's kind of wild. Like I said, one sip, I enjoyed the first sip. Getting through the entire bottle was a little difficult. But it was actually not bad. If you like corn, you'd probably be okay with it. Okay, you know what? Oh, we got another interlude here. The council might as well be dipped in a vat of flaming vegetable matter. The resonations of fear are as intense. You try to remain calm, to show a cool leadership you do not feel. Somehow, from somewhere, off-worlds are occupying the precious manifold. The key is continued communication, you alter. Their ability to make waveforms in the atmosphere is useful, but their understanding of the alteration process is key. If they cannot be reasoned with, they can be made ally. If they can be made ally, they can aid us against our enemy. The general nods and resonates an aura of confidence for the first time. True, he alters, but I fear, though they look like ancient, feeble members of our race, they are totally alien. What if their cause and our cause do not coincide? Then we must find out their cause, you alter, and appeal to it. Become what they want us to become. All the while, we must continue to further our own aims. The xenobiologist, the closest thing you've got to a xenopsychologist, flutters his mandibles, but they claim they are here as colonists. Our aims do not and cannot coincide with this. Sooner or later, we must destroy them in order to guarantee that the manifold experiment remains pristine. You alter the biologist's words with smooth calm. I hope that this can come later, far later. We must first use them, and if we can, and if we cannot, or we must use them first if we can, and if we cannot, then we must destroy them swiftly and without mercy. The alterations to that are very positive. Yes. What do you have to say? Okay. Yeah. You each find each other creepy. I don't need your maps. Especially not for trading technology. Yeah. Nope, you're insignificant. I believe we're finished. You, I think I want to take out.
Indigenous life forms.
Whoop. Oh, okay. Splat.
Production.
I love that colony units can defend themselves in this game. All right. Nope, that's not what I wanted to do. I was trying to move the map. All right. Hold there for now. Link to our network node.
This network node is already linked to an artifact. This network node is
Oh, I can only do one network node at a time. Okay, good to know. Move unit here. You build a new city. Alright, we'll stick with the 3 res garrison there. And then we'll do a sea colony pod. Yep, we're good. Oh, dang it. Okay, you go up. I'm trying to get out of their territory here. You go back there. You start moving that way. You move over here. Ah, yes. What would you like? I'm working on withdrawing them now. I've almost withdrawn them. There we go. You know what? Oh god, yes it was. The pickle and the dirt flavored sodas have so far been the worst. Good. Oh, sweet. They're undefended. For now. Good. Can we get in there? Yes! Caretaker sees dawn of planet.
action eradicated.
We've eradicated the planet cult. Oh. Yeah, we get a little video of... Yeah, it doesn't like that resolution switch. Okay, give me 1 sec on that. Because I know I've drunk Moxie. Okay, so here's the thing. I have had Moxie, but I had it before I started keeping track, and it was part of what inspired me to start doing this. I started doing this with some sodas that I found at Cracker Barrel, and Moxie was one of them. It's good stuff. I like Moxie. And then after I started doing them, I started, I'm like, well, this is interesting. Other people might be interested in hearing my thoughts on it, and I've started going through it and finding other places to find interesting sodas, and here I am. Hey there, Hammersmith. Yeah, tonight's soda was sweet corn flavor. And it was actually not bad. It tasted exactly like corn should.
Production.
Okay. Ah, good. Yes. Hold there. Is this a colony pod? I need to build more colony pods. Because I think this area all over here may be unexplored. Okay. I don't have a regular colony pod thing anymore? Well, let's go design one. There we go. Change the chassis to a speeder. Let's ignore the shielding for now. Apply. Done. Okay. Oh, nice. Yeah, I picked up some cheer wine a while back, and a friend of mine that lives in Tennessee was like, "Man, I can get you all the cheer wine you want." I did pick up some Iron Brew yesterday, so that's cool. I'm looking forward to that. I've had it once before, and it was really tasty. That bottle, that once before that I had it, the bottle was sent to me by by an acquaintance that lives in Perth, Scotland. Okay. So, no. Ah, I accidentally turned on the governor. Okay, that's fine. Let's just do a colony pods. And let's make a couple of attack boats to take on the pirates. Then a sea colony pod. Then we'll work on some of this other stuff. Oh, yeah. Well, apparently not, because the one that I got was bottled in Glasgow. So, I'm guessing they were able to import it. The two places I go to are the Pop Place in Mount Horeb, Wisconsin, and Blue Sun Soda Shop in the Twin Cities. I don't know specifically where it is, but it's on the north side of the Twin Cities. It's like 10 minutes away from my sister. And I drove out there yesterday just for the hell of it and picked up a couple more bottles. So now I'm good through the end of February. Okay, so now we just want to hold this area until we can get some colony pods down here. Yeah, upgrade. Sweet. Urgent message. We're a force to be reckoned with. Wait, what? Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, you built a new settlement. Okay. I'm just gonna stay there for now. You come over here. Yeah. I wish I could tell you where to find them in Maryland, but these two are like an hour and a half and 5.5 hours from me respectively, and they're the nearest ones that I know of that are like specific soda shops. I've found some interesting collections closer, but these are the only two like specialty shops that I know of. And Blue Sun actually bottles some of the stuff they sell, which is kind of cool. But if you ever find yourself in the Midwest, can't recommend it enough. Oh, you don't have a network node yet. Okay. We'll just leave that there for now. Oh! So what do you think? Should we finish this game in one night? Because, those are the usurpers.
Indigenous life form.
Dang it, I would have preferred to have captured that spore launcher. Yes, please.
There are two kinds of scientific progress. The methodical experimentation and categorization which gradually extend the boundaries of knowledge, and the revolutionary leap of genius which redefines and transcends those boundaries.
Fair enough.
Acknowledging
I'd be all for taking donations of stuff like that.
Addressed to the faculty.
Because there's a couple of things that are made in the UK that I haven't been able to find that sound like they might be kind of interesting. I can't say I've heard of A-Treat. What sort of soda is that? No, not at the moment. Okay. Let's go with the polymorphic software for now. Okay, so this is 111. This guy looks like he's at least like a 131. Oh, okay. Gotcha. So it's kind of a local where they make a whole bunch of different flavors. Blue Sun has a couple of brands, but their main one is Whistler. And they've got a whole variety of different flavors there. When lockdown started, I actually ordered a box of soda from Dublin bottler from Texas, and those were pretty good. Alright, we're just going to leave that here. I am going to move this colony pod out of the way. Let's see here. Oh, I can't believe that worked. They had resonance defense. Okay, as soon as the network node is done, I'll move that back in. We'll put this here. Let's build C formers first, and then regular formers. another impact foil. Grapefruit is not too bad. I've always liked, like, oh, what is that? Squirt or Fresca. Those are grapefruit flavored. But I actually have a blood grapefruit ramune in the fridge that's that's Agretsuko themed, which was a hilarious bit of anime they put on Netflix a while back. Oh yeah, there's a football game going on. Ooh, the Packers are leading the Titans. Nice. I always have to pay attention to the Packers-Titans games because half of my work team are in Wisconsin and the other half are in Tennessee. So we always kind of have that fun little bit of rivalry going on. Yeah, I didn't think that was going to go well. We'll just leave that there. You can build. Perfect. Let's hurry this 3-res garrison, because it's kind of in hairy territory. And let's build an impact speeder. Or rover. Fair enough. Yeah, I'm not that big of a fan of colas, to be honest. They just always... Like, I grew up around having Pepsi in the house and everything, but it always just seemed bland to me. I still try them because there's a fair amount of variation, you know, for this project, because there's still a fair amount of variation between the different kinds of colas. But I, you know, still not that big of a fan. I prefer more interesting flavors. Yep, that's what he's there for. Hold position.
Production complete.
Ah, you've got another one. Okay. Let's wake this guy up. Cancel orders. I want you to move here. Aha! Colony pod. Good. Yeah, let's put it right here.
The entire character of a base and its inhabitants can be absorbed in a quick trip to the Wreck Commons. The sweaty arenas of
Fair enough.
the glittering gambling halls
I appreciate
of
it.
Morgan Bank, the sunny lovers' tryst in Gaia's High Garden, or the somber
I have
ruins
honestly
of Gwyn.
never gotten a
Even the
contribution
feeding bay of
to
the hive gives
the
a
whole
stark insight into the
craft
sleeping
soda
demons
sampling thing
behind
before, so
screaming utopia.
it'll be appreciated.
Commissioner Previnlal, A Social History of Planet.
Because there's just a lot of stuff that I can't get around here. I can get a lot of stuff, though. Don't get me wrong. I mean, you saw the lists. I've still got lots left to try. Okay.
Technological advance is an inherently iterative process. One does not simply take sand from the beach and produce a data probe. We use crude tools to fashion better tools, and then our better tools to fashion more precise tools, and so on. Each minor refinement is a step in the process, and all of the steps must be taken.
I really have to remember that and internalize that a little bit more with my work. I write code for my day job, and sometimes you just want to go right to a finished product, but you need to take those intermediate steps. Nope, we'll figure it out. Let's go with Pulse 3 armor. Okay, you're working on the impact rover. Let's hurry that up.
Request confirmation.
Okay. I thought I could upgrade vehicles. Yeah, upgrade unit to impact speeder or impact rover. Yeah. Make the upgrade. Fantastic. Okay. Can I upgrade this? Nope. Okay. Well, that's handy.
Production complete.
Good. Alright. Now you go that way.
Production complete.
Oh man. Some rogue mindworms are attacking them. And build
Invalid
right.
base site.
What? Why is it an invalid base site? Fine. How about there? Okay, hurry up the garrison. Oh. Oh, wow. Okay, well, I guess I've been spending a little too freely here. That should be fine. How are we doing on our income here? Net income 7? Well, that's no good. Net income 2. No thank you. Okay, we need to do some stuff to make money a little bit faster. Okay, almost. Hang on. I want to make sure I can win decisively here. Because their main city looks like it's pretty well defended. Good. Good. Haha, awesome. Link it to the network node.
Our first challenge is to
Yay.
create an entire economic infrastructure from top to bottom out of whole cloth. No gradual evolution from previous economic systems is possible because there is no previous economic system. Each interdependent piece must be materialized simultaneously and in perfect working order. Otherwise, the system will crash out before it ever gets off the ground. CEO,
Okay. That's a pretty impressive vehicle there.
Production complete.
Good. Good. Excellent. Sea farmers. Oh, okay, good. Menu. Action. Auto improve home base. There we go.
War is war. Destruction is destruction. You think this is obvious, but war is not destruction, it is victory. To achieve victory, simply appear to give the opponent what he wants, and he will go away, or join you in your quest for additional power. Data tech cinderers, information burns.
I like her voice. I don't remember that one. Let's see here. Let's go with... Ooh, that sounds like fun. Thermocline transducer, planetary energy grid.
Faction eradicated.
We've eradicated the usurpers. So, I think I just won. You can barely believe it. You insisted on joining the search party, sifting the wreckage of the last usurper's base. Not because you felt your minions were incompetent, but because you had to see for yourself that the final victory was at hand. And what glorious wreckage. The dead bodies of usurper followers litter the ground. Destroyed weaponry and the rubble of empaneled buildings litter the streets. Even amid the death and destruction of your distant kinfolk, you feel an odd sense of elation. The hated enemy is destroyed. Leader, the Force Commander alters the sounds of distant explosions coming to you for extra emphasis in his words. This is a great day. What do we do now? You know that he means, what steps shall we take at this time? But his words do raise a deeper question. What is the fate of your own people now that their primary goal is accomplished? We build, you alter, surprising him. We build toward the day of summoning our allies, or toward ultimate conquest. The fate of Manifold 6 is waving in our hands. We must not falter. Alright, yeah, I'll do a 3 res and all this stuff. Oh, they're gonna let me continue. Cool! I honestly thought that it was just going to end the game right there, but this was... I think the problem was that they started us so close together.
Production complete.
And like I said, I'm very expansionistic in games like this. Ah, new colony pod, yay! Let's go over here. So yeah, technically that was a victory. 'Cause... at least I thought it was. Because we took out the other guy, but we're still going on, so that's fine. We'll keep going. No. Let's see if there's anything I can do to kind of make her happier. Pact of Sisterhood, sure. Promise to forego your destruction? Oh well. I mean, I don't want to go to war with you, but I could swat you down at any point in time. There's supposed to be an action to wait until they're fully healed. At least I thought. Well, let's do hold for 10 turns. And you, I'll have patrol. B for obliterate.
Production complete.
Okay, you, same thing. Hold there. You...
Production complete. Indigenous life form.
Ooh. That was disturbingly close.
When beholding the tranquil beauty and brilliancy of the ocean's skin, one forgets the type.
Yeah, you can go ahead and work on the Human Genome Project. You put up another friggin' colony closer to me. Dang it. Ah, impact foil. Excellent. Let's go over and wreck the Pirates' Day. Ah, yes, please.
Pod recovered.
Humans. Correct in making leap from wealth as currency to wealth as energy. But logic failure. Wealth ultimately is extension of desire, fluctuating with emotions and state of mind. Desires, when all are supported in purely adaptable system, true wealth is achieved. Usurper Judamar, human nature.
Interesting. Let's go ethical calculus. You guys can hold there.
Production complete.
Oops. What happened? Did their new colony get smacked down by mindworms or something? This is just gone.
Production complete. Indigenous life forms.
Yeah. Come on. Thank you. Captain Svensgaard of the Pirates. Sure. Main screen turn on. Sir, you must be Guardian Himini. I, Captain Svensgaard of the Pirates, offer greetings. Words of your accomplishments have spread since the time of your landing. You may be aware that I plan to harness the vast potential of the oceans. Do not attempt to interfere. Yeah, impact rover. Human idiom, liar, liar, pants on fire. Yep, I don't give away technology. If I wasn't interested in the sea, I wouldn't be here. Possible conflict. In that, I want to get rid of you. I believe we're finished. Ah, and another impact foil just got completed.
Indigenous life forms.
Ah, crap. Alright. There we go. Why did you build 2 colonies so close to each other? That's really stupid. Yeah, let's go.
Combat report. Production complete.
Okay, you wait. You
Indigenous life forms.
move. Oh, hi.
Perhaps a careful review of your options is in order.
Oh. Oh, because it was moving. Okay. And another impact foil. Check that out. Take you out. Wait. There we go. Nuts. There we go, good. What the hell was that? A sea lurk? Wow.
Some vices miss what is right because they are deficient, others because they are excessive in feelings or in actions, while virtue finds and chooses the mean.
I like that.
Aristotle, Nicomachean Ethics, Data Links.
Okay. Let's go with the plasma steel armor. Ah, crap. I wasn't paying attention. Okay. I think there's a an action on alert. There we go.
Production complete.
All right, good. I'm gonna shift H. Yay, we seized safe haven. Refugees escape in the last remaining colony pod. It gives you no particular pleasure to kill. You almost wish you could communicate directly with the humans. Explain to them the necessity of the forced relocation. Explain to them the necessity of their deaths. Reporting, Guardian Himini, resonates the force commander of the occupation army. Human colonists are fleeing now from the base they call Safe Haven. Those that chose to remain behind have been assimilated and reconstituted. It gives you no particular pleasure to kill, but it is the way of the human and progenitor mind. They cannot coexist under one government, they cannot eat each other's food, nor use each other's facilities. It gives you no particular pleasure to kill, but they are the enemy, and it is the only way. Sure. What do you have to say? Okay, so let me get this straight. I just took your capital city. And you're demanding that I give you some technology? Oh, what is the human term? Let me see if I can remember it. Fuck off. Okay. Well, they've actually got a couple of other colonies nearby. But we should probably make some more impact foils. You home there. Wow. See, this is why I want to take them out. They spread like crazy because they start out with water tech and no one else does. All right. I'm going to go over to Barbary Coast first. It's their smallest colony. And most likely something that I can take over quickly. Oh, let's see here. What did I want to do? Place unit on alert. There we go. Okay, you do have something there. Good. Can we hurry the production? Good. Yeah, see, he's got something that matches our impact foils already. Despite the fact that we're outclassing everyone else in technology. Okay, you I'm going to send over this way to Parrot Landing. Ha! It was completely undefended. Amazing. Okay. So you go to Provision Point then. Nope. Really nothing he could say that I want to listen to. Sure.
At atrociously high energy states, the properties of matter change subtly, and new miracles become possible. The plasma accretion process is now dangerous and difficult to control, but its products will soon become commonplace in our society. Sister Miriam Godwinson, the Lord works.
No, that's fine. But yes, modernize our weaponry, please. Actually, hold on. No, we don't need to. Because they're 434 plus resonance. Let's do Secrets of the Human Brain. Sea Colony Pod, yay! Let's put it right here.
Combat report.
Good. Here we probably don't really need much. Ooh, that would be useful to build. Hold on, let's go to Decision Manifold for a moment. Change this to Planetary Energy Grid. Excellent. Nope. Go away.
Production complete. Production complete.
Hold there. Hold there. I find it kind of interesting that they ended up fleeing in a land-based colony unit.
Production complete.
Okay, good. We've got defense, so let's go ahead and...
There are only two ways in which we can account for a necessary agreement of experience with the concepts of its objects. Either experience makes these concepts possible, or these concepts make experience possible. Immanuel Kant, Critique of Pure Reason, Data Links.
Are you an Immanuel Kant or an Immanuel Kant? Ooh, we can build Mindworm units. That sounds like fun. There we go. Good, good.
Orderly decay of energy states, and survival requires the continual discovery.
Nope,
of
we're
new
fine.
energy.
Ooh, we captured that Mindworm boil. Awesome. Free unit. Yay.
Production complete.
Nope.
Terraform complete.
You can just... Oh, what's the shortcut for that again? Action. Place on alert. Shift L. Got it.
Improvement destroyed.
Oi! Who said you could do that?
Complete.
Alright, hold on. There's a spore launcher up here somewhere. Ah! Alpha Centauri B is approaching perihelion. For the next 20 years, we expect native life activity to increase dramatically. Hooray!
Improvement destroyed. Production complete.
Got it out! Ooh! Built the Human Genome Project. Cool. Now I get to see a cool video that you don't. Okay, one extra talent at every base. Sweet. Let's just go ahead and start... Oh yeah, let's do that, because we've got network nodes all over the place.
Production complete.
Okay, so we've taken Parrot Landing. Let's wake you up. Head over to Crow's Nest.
Production complete. Destroyed. Production
Observe the
complete.
racer beak as it tends so carefully to the fungal blooms. Just the right bit from the yellow, then a swatch from the pink.
I love her
Follow
voice.
the glow mites as they gather and organize the fallen spores. What higher order guides their work? Mark my words, someone or something is managing the ecology of this planet. Lady Deidre Sky, Planet Dreams.
Okay. Yeah, let's do... Well, let's do one of the earlier things first here. Okay. Wow, Crow's Nest wasn't very well defended, was it? There you are, you troublemaker.
Proper care and education for our children remains a cornerstone of our entire colonization.
Okay, we're good on that. Oh, cool, we captured it. Seized Crow's Nest. They keep fleeing in colony pods. No, closed channel. Okay, actually, let's do an impact rover. Because I kind of have the feeling that we're going to need to have some land-based units nearby. Nope, I didn't want a command center. Wanted a biology lab. There we go. Wow, that went from 5 down to 1? Jeez.
Enemy project initiated.
Okay, you have fun with that. Hi, Siren. How's the kitty? Oh dear. Yeah, look at that. Tech, Guardian Himini. Military, Guardian Himini. Population, wealth, territory, overall, Guardian Himini. Kind of had a few unfair advantages, but... Because I don't remember the easiest difficulty level being this easy.
Juvenile seedlings, when isolated from the collective planetary consciousness,
Because, I mean, come on, this... I basically won the game in, what, 60, 70 turns? That generally doesn't happen.
Indigenous life forms.
What? Curse you, Isle of the Deep! Okay, so we need some water defense nearby. Impact skim ship, insert. Actually, hold on. Oh, that's fine for now, but I remember that I did have them replace the Impact skim ship, or replace what we had with the skim ship, which doesn't have the resonance defense. And if we're going to defend / attack an Isle of the Deep, we definitely need that. Oh, that's cool. Capture enemy ships? Nice. Yeah. So we go with the resonance armor, and that gives us better defense against mindworm-based enemies. And then we'll have the Empath song, which gives us better attack versus them. So... Okay. So now we go in here and replace. There we go. Now we'll have an Empath impact foil soon. Good, good.
Destroyed. Production complete.
Whoops. Oh, wait, can I...
required ability.
Damn it. Okay. We don't need another 3-res garrison here, so... change... transport foil. And let's build a couple of these things. Okay. So what we're going to do is just basically take these and send them on the next ship. That is good. Activate unit. And actually, I think... Now, the funny thing is it looks like the pirates are now, like, completely land-bound. They can't get any boats out of Cape Town. Dead Man Tavern isn't on the water's edge. Okay. Port Svensgard, you don't need another 3-res garrison. There we go. We'll just make it a lovely place to live. Provision point, you're in the same situation. Change to... all this other good stuff. Actually, I am going to disband that unit. There we go. Take Cape Town. Nope. Go away! You filthy British pig dog. I fart in your general direction. Nope, we don't need the energy bank. So we're working on that planetary grid. Okay, you go back over here as well.
Indigenous life forms. Production complete.
Let's see, do I have any way to get over there? No. Yeah, I need to get a foothold on this continent here. Somehow. Well, let's do this. Okay, so let's go to the HQ and to the design workshop. And we are going to build colony pod, sure. Do we have the special ability yet? There's supposed to be... No. Okay, so there is a way to do to make something amphibious, but I don't have that unlocked yet, I guess. Okay. Never mind. We'll still keep those regular colony pods on hand. Maybe whoa, wait. Why did it go to Decision Manifold? That's not what I clicked on. I clicked on Crow's Nest. There. Whoops. Replace. There we go.
Request confirmation.
Okay. Term complete.
Therefore, a wise prince will seek means by which his subjects will always, and in every possible condition of things, have need of his government. And then they will always be faithful to him. Niccolo Machiavelli, The Prince, Data Links.
Okay, let's see here. What else do we have? Supply crawler, spore launcher. Ooh, resonance laser. Neat. Nothing here that obviously leads to amphibious assault.
Production complete.
But I like the idea of that. Okay, Manifold 6th.
Project initiated.
Yeah. That's not going to take all that long to build. Whoops. Don't need the energy bank. That's right. Come on. Okay. Oh! What are you trying to do? Okay, so we've got that. Let's wake that up. Ulrich's hideaway.
Production complete.
Ah, they're done. Okay. Ooh, perimeter defense. Yes. Ooh. I love these things that give you a special item in every base. Okay. Let's get you over there too. Let's just have you explore. What button is that? Okay, I had the right idea.
Initiated. Turn complete.
Oh, hold on. Cancel orders.
Production complete.
Okay, we need to have something go up there. So let's do this. We will... Oh! I need to move you out of the way. I'll wake you up. Send you up here.
Indigenous life forms.
Can we bring them along? Thank you. Ooh, the Packers won. 40-14. Jeez. That was their last, like, real big threat. I think next week is the last week of the season, and they play the Bears, who have not been doing too well. Okay. Let's move you over here. Move unit there. There we go.
Indigenous life forms.
Okay, fine. Dang it, I wanted to capture that.
Production complete.
Yeah, upgrade. Haha. Alright, you, I don't need you to really do much of anything right now. You can patrol. You can patrol. You, I need you up here. Okay. Where's that frickin' Isle of the Deep? Did it disappear? Hello? Yeah, sorry about that. I thought I had moved everyone out of the way. Hell yeah.
I saw the alien phalanx coming toward us, and I calmed my mind as Krelan had taught me. And what I saw next to the phalanx was a shadow regiment, half formed from the resonance around them. I cursed the aliens. With power like that, each one could fight as many, and I thanked Planet for sending us the Betrayer. Prophet Cha Dawn, the Betrayer, and I.
Cool. Impact foil to empath impact foil. Sure. And boop.
Mod recovered.
Ah, good.
Production complete.
Nope. Okay, there's the impact foil. But I think the Isle of the Deep went away. Oh, nope, there's one. Nope, wait there for now.
Production complete.
There we go. Finally take you out. Wait.
Unit lacks required ability. Unit lacks required ability.
I was worried about that. Okay, well that's fine. We've got this transport ship here.
Production
Having now
complete.
established a secure perimeter, we have made ourselves relatively safe from enemy influence.
Okay, we're good. Alright, so what we want to do here is make this, set this as the home base, and then auto-improve home base.
Indigenous life form.
What are those solar panels doing there? Ah, this continent is inhabited. The free drones. Okay, so they've probably expanded this far. Okay. I just need to get a foothold on this continent then at some point. Right? I mean, maybe free from where they were originally drones? I don't know. Hey there, DOS Nerd. Welcome, welcome. Tonight's soda was pretty interesting. It's corn flavored. And it was pretty damn accurate. The first swallow was good, but it was kind of hard to get through the rest of it. Okay, actually, I think I want to change this to a colony pod. Change this to a colony pod. Build one more colony pod, and then build a transport foil. Well, and if it helps at all, this is Alien Crossfire, so You know, also the more you watch, the more you might figure out more jokes to do. Let's just explore. And let's set you to auto-explore as well. You wait. You get there. Wait. Next turn. Good, good. You explore too. Wait.
Invalid command.
That's fine. Let's move down there. Yay, Hercules has receded from perihelion. Native life activity should return to normal levels. Okay, you move over here. Oh, sea colony pod. Cool. Let's take a look at that.
Enemy project initiated.
Yeah, well, they're just starting it. I've been working on that one for a while.
Man's unfailing capacity to believe what he prefers to be true, rather than what the evidence shows to be likely and possible, has always astounded me. We long for a caring universe which will save us from our childish mistakes. And in the face of mountains of evidence to the contrary, we will pin all our hopes on the slimmest of doubts. God has not been proven not to exist. Therefore, he must exist. Academician Proctor Zahar, for I have tasted the fruit.
Okay. Subsea trunk line? Sure, that sounds like fun. Oh, good. That'll speed up the colony. So how's your night been, DOS Nerd? Oh, by the way, I've got a DLCember video coming up on Thursday, so keep an eye out for that.
Mineral resources.
Bring it!
Production complete.
Haha, screw you. Impact skim ship, let's... Whoops. Okay. Speeder colony pod, wait. And you wait. And you build a new colony. And an R-laser rover. There. You go ahead and explore.
Pod recovered.
You rest up.
Production complete.
Okay. Yes, of course it would make a great garrison unit. Let's locate it here. Actually, that means that we can change this to an R-laser rover. Start building some lovely enhancements. And DOS Nerd, I don't really know. I don't know the depth of your knowledge of DOS games, but I would be surprised if you knew about the one that I'm covering on Thursday.
Pod recovered. Combat
Pow. Good. Okay.
Production complete. Pod recovered.
Good. That was helpful. Let's put this up here.
Improvement destroyed.
Whoa.
Pod recovered.
Ooh, 200 energy credits. Nice. Okay. I want to wake this guy up. Have him attack that Isle of the Deep. There we go. Good, good. Main screen turn on. How are you, gentlemen? Nope. Not giving you anything. Nice. I don't have an old machine on hand, unfortunately. I rely pretty heavily on DOSBox and virtual machines. This I actually got off of Good Old Games. So, that's always handy because they put the extra work in there to make sure it works. But I was actually kind of pleasantly surprised to see that that the game that I got queued up for Thursday's YouTube video worked pretty decently in DOSBox. It's a pretty basic game, so it's not that unusual. But hey, there's Firwa. Yeah, I haven't seen you in ages. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, you know what? Sure. You're going to give me 800 credits over the next 100 years for the 500 credits right now. Do I have enough? Yeah, I do. Okay. Sure. I'm going to butter her up a bit. What's going on? Okay. I'm getting a video here. Unfortunately, it's not. My capture device hates this resolution. I think this is for the planetary data net. Or planetary energy net. Yeah, planetary energy grid. So we get a free energy bank in every base. Oh, there we go. And stockpile energy produces 25% higher returns. Lovely. Fair enough. I've got some fond memories of my old 486. Yes, it is. This is basically Civilization 2.5. It's the Alien Crossfire add-on pack for Sid Meier's Alpha Centauri. This was the first game in the series to feature borders. Enforceable borders. That didn't come to the Civilization series until Civ 3.
The Morgans fear what may not be purchased, for a trader cannot.
Let's go with gene splicing. But another thing that I absolutely love about this that they haven't done in any of the Civilization games that I recall offhand is they also did the social engineering thing, which I should probably pay attention to here, where you pick like different aspects to follow that will help your help in different ways. So let's see here: morale, probe, efficiency and growth, support and police. Let's go with efficiency and growth. And then we'll offset that growth with green, which will bump our efficiency up to paradigm status. Maximum chance of native life forms captured. Ooh, that support might be a problem, though. Yeah, we can deal with a lower growth rate. Let's do that. But yeah, so this is another thing that it brought to the series. But the fun part that still hasn't made it to Civilization yet is the design workshop. Your units are made up of pieces, and you research these pieces. So I can make a seagoing colony pod if I wanted to. Or replace that with a resonance laser and improve the shielding. Give it a special ability so it can capture enemy ships. And then there's my unit, and I can start building this. Oh, okay, cool. I haven't really poked at SimCity much since the original, to be perfectly honest. The borders are like right here. You can see the dotted lines. So like this is my border with the I can't remember what their name is, but my border with these people. It's just green against blue, so it's not as easy to see. But I always hated that in Civ 1 and Civ 2, where the only way to keep the AI from building within your territory was to put a whole bunch of units armed, you know, shoulder to shoulder. Okay, come on. We need that our laser rover. Can we rush that?
Request confirmation.
Thank you. Because we've only got one enemy city left on that continent there. Alright, let's build here. Do we have sea formers handy? Yes. Do that. Children's creche. There we go. Yeah. I actually do have SimCity 2000. I got that in a pack with Streets of SimCity, and I would love to poke at that at some point. It just ended up being a little bit too annoyingly complicated for my tastes.
Mod recovered.
Oh, nice.
Production complete.
Let's go here. Speeder colony pod. I don't think that's far enough away from everything. No. Oh, that's right. We're storing up those colony pods to go take on a new continent. Alright. Let's head on over to Dead Man Tavern. What? Dang it! Where's Within Worlds? There they are. Okay. Let's get our patrol over there. Okay, are you guys... Yeah, you're just churning out the impact skim ships. We don't need that anymore. Let's do sea formers. Okay. There we go. You go ahead and explore. Oh no. You know,
Production complete.
I thought the indigenous activity was supposed to go down after Hercules receded from perihelion. Yeah, you go take on that Isle of the Deep. Okay, that is a unit. Ah, that sounds cool! Pleasing zappy zappy noises. Yay, 100 credits. Thank you.
Indigenous life forms.
Yeah, we're on it.
Production complete.
Oh, you're going to bombard from the sea. Well, that's going to be a problem. Here, let's get you over here too. Cancel orders. Yeah. Pretty much. I really, like... I have lots of fond memories of the original Sin City. I remember getting... I think I still have the boxed version somewhere around here. I got it from my uncle when I was young.
Bot recovered.
What?
Bot recovered. Indigenous life forms.
Oh, sweet. I captured the life form.
Indigenous life forms.
Well, they've almost got the weather paradigm done.
Cannot
Oh,
specify
well.
the nature and position of every capillary in the body or every neuron in the brain. What it can do is describe the underlying fractal pattern which creates them. Academician Proctor Zaharev, non-linear genetics.
I always played as him in the original game. Because I always liked playing as the you know, research-heavy groups in this and in Master of Orion. You know, this month has been a little 4X heavy, hasn't it? I did a Master of Orion video on YouTube not too long ago. Like last week, actually.
Production complete.
Okay, we're just gonna stay there for now. You heal up. Okay, good. You've got defense now. Actually, wait a second. You bombard first. There we go. Nope.
Indigenous life forms.
Yeah, I know.
Project initiated.
Another impact skim ship? Alright, fine. I got 0 energy credits from that.
Eradicated.
Yay! We eradicated the pirates. Good. Okay. Yeah, after the 3 res is in there. Perfect. Okay. Well, you just wait for a little while. up. Expands near Resonance Node.
Indigenous life form.
Ah, you son of a bitch. Can we take them out yet? Are our boats close enough? I have to pay very close attention to the time. Because if I'm not careful, I will go right past 11 o'clock. I am very much one of those people that gets caught up in the one more turn aspect of this stuff.
Mod recovered.
Oh, sweet. That's always helpful.
Indigenous life form.
The boundary between cold water and warm, the thermocline, has been important to undersea warfare for hundreds of years of man's history.
Okay, now we can finally beat up this Isle of the Deep. Oh, we captured it! Neat. Okay, well, actually then, let's go over to Resonance Node. Well, let's not do that yet, but let's see if we can actually use this instead of a transport pod.
Mod recovered.
Oh, sweet. Makeshift mines. Oops, I moved away too early. Dang it. Come back. Beat that thing up. You guys can go back to what you were doing. Cancel orders. Explore. Cancel orders. Go that way. Explore. Oh, jeez. Another frickin' Isle of the Deep. Now let's move this Isle of the Deep over to Resonant Node.
Indigenous life form. Production complete.
Move unit here. There we go. Yay, 50 energy credits. There have been a lot of those on this run. I don't remember the energy pods being this plentiful.
The prevalence of anoxic environments, rich in organic material, combined with the presence of nitrated compounds, has led to an astonishing variety of underground organisms, which live in the absence of oxygen and breathe nitrate. Likewise, the scarcity of carbon in the environment has forced plants to economize on its use. Thus, all our efforts to return carbon to the biosphere will encourage the native life to proliferate. Conversely, the huge quantities of nitrate in the soil will be heaven to human farmers. Lady Deidre Sky, the early years.
Alright. Ah, we can build Isles of the Deep. Nope. What's now? Got another video here. Showing me all the original leaders. Oh, the Empath Guild. Awesome. Allows you to contact any leader, gives you an infiltrator in every faction. You get plus 50% votes in elections for planetary governor and supreme leader. Cool. Okay, before we move away from this area, I want to wake that up. Didn't we have... Yeah. Let's wake you up, too. Pa! Okay. Keep you there. Explore that. 150 energy credits. Awesome. Alright, now you can go ahead and explore.
Destroyed.
Another sea lurk. Okay. Nope, that didn't seem to work. Let's try waking them up. Activate. Awesome. That's got to be creepy. So we're just supposed to, like, drive onto this floating mass of mind worms and hope we don't sink? You guys are frickin' nuts, right? Okay. So we don't need a third speeder colony pod for now. We'll just switch to some other stuff. There we go. Okay, go ahead and explore. Our unit has fallen through a dimensional gate?
Mod recovered.
Okay.
Production complete.
Ah, crap. More hostile mind worms. Well, at least we, Oh, geez, and all you've got to defend is a frickin' artillery unit? Oh, crap. Let's do an R-Laser infantry and hurry production. And let's build an R-Laser rover just so we've got something on hand. And then wake this guy up. Long range fire. Okay, what the hell is that? Fungal tower? Alright, let's get you over here just to... Yay!
Combat report.
Okay, good. Oh. The free drones built the merchant exchange, dang it.
Enemy project initiated.
Looks like I built something now. I think this is the virtual world. Yep. Cool. In addition to their normal effect, network nodes now count as hologram theaters at each of your bases, reducing the number of drones by 2 and increasing the psych output of the base by 50%. Awesome. Okay, you go ahead and keep exploring. You go ahead and keep exploring too. Ah, another friggin' Isle of the Deep.
Although
Just
planets
running into those
emitted
things
from
all over the
space,
place.
like Earth's, on right-handed DNA and codes.
Production complete.
Okay, you I want to have ready. Okay, I keep forgetting what the shortcut is. Auto improve home base, shift control A. Okay, well that's why I keep forgetting. It's kind of ridiculous. Okay, go back to exploring. Yes, disembark a speeder colony pod. I think we're safe. The fungal tower is kind of like a mindworm city. It doesn't actually attack. So I'm just going to build right here. Hurry this 3 res. And start building our laser rovers. Like original Fallout? I'm guessing that's what you mean because, you know, Fallout 3 and on have been doing those wonderful retro sounds. I wonder if it's the same composer. Could very well be.
Production
In the
complete.
borehole pressure mines 100 kilometers beneath planet's surface, at the Mohorovicic discontinuity where crust gives way to mantle, temperatures often reach levels well in excess of 1,000 degrees Celsius. Exploitation of planet's
I'll check that
resources
out
under
later.
such brutal conditions has required quantum advances in robotic and teleoperational technology. Morgan Industries Limited Annual Report.
Let's see here. Music and sound programming, David Evans. Nope. He did the music for Civilization 1 through 4. Not much that wasn't Sid Meier / Firaxis. I always like checking for stuff like that, though. You just never know. Okay, you go ahead and explore. You protect the city. Okay, hold there. What is that? Shift Control A.
Enemy project initiated.
Yeah, sure. Let's talk to him. I act as the voice of the drones, whose intent is to free the enslaved working classes from their oppressors. Oh, so they're basically, they were drones and now they're free. Yes, I know of them. Sure. I'll take 60 credits for comm frequency. I am not going to give away technology. I believe we're finished. And we'll just... Okay. Have you go up here. Move unit there. This looks like it would be a nice place for a colony. Uh-oh. You stand at a goodly distance, examining the strange formation through a resonance-gathering device cobbled together by one of the techs. It's quite serviceable, and you're able to see the distant object as though it were just a few feet away. It looks like a heat rash on the skin of Manifold 6, you say, and those gathered around you alter your resonance to show humor. What is it? The xenobiologist pulls back the flaps of his neck and alters stiffly. We don't know, leader. There are no reports of these objects in the manifold files handed down to us from the original creators. These seem to be something new. You clack your mandibles like a baby as you lower the gathering device. That's bad. Very bad. The presence of the off-worlders has caused this, hasn't it? The biologist shakes his neck again in assent. Somehow the latent intellect of Manifold 6 has created these towers in response to irritations caused by the ecological ravages of the off-worlders, and I hesitate to alter our own presence as well. They generate the fungus at an increased rate, and may be a conduit for mindworm and spore runner activity. Those tendrils you see, here he waves an arm, have a reach of several hundred yards. It's dangerous to get too close to the thing. You bug your eyes out in a laugh as you alter his words to show humor. And I was right the first time. It is like a giant heat rash. You only wish it was funny as it resonated. The fact is, unchecked, these things would take over the manifold. Would that bring the flowering? Or would it bring instead another destruction like that of Tau Ceti? Keep an eye on it, you sigh. We'll destroy it if we have to. If it doesn't destroy us first, you think, but don't dare to say.
Mod recovered.
Cool.
Production complete.
Okay, that's actually kind of a good place to stop for the night. I will continue this tomorrow night. There we go. And tomorrow night and Tuesday night to close out the month. I love playing 4X games. I don't play them very often on stream because I don't really know how interesting people find them. But you guys seem to have enjoyed it, so that's cool. I really appreciate all of you guys being here tonight. Let's take a look and see who's streaming to raid. Ooh, let's go to Sarconius. He's playing Zelda Minish Cap tonight. There we go. Good. So, thank you guys for coming by tonight. I really appreciate it. I will be back, like I said, tomorrow night, picking up from where we left off. In fact, I should probably save. And, yeah. So, rest well when you do. And in the meantime, enjoy Sarconius.